Today I'm going to review and test the Sealight Scoparc S7S all-in-one LED headlight upgrade, and I'm going to show you why I find it to be the best all-in-one style for a reflector that I've tested so far. Let's take a look. Hello everyone and welcome to Carlight Reviews, where I perform consistent automotive light tests to help you make the best purchase decision, see better, and be seen better when driving, and of course save you some money. And the last time I reviewed and tested an LED headlight upgrade by Sealight, it was this, the Sealight Xenoer X4. According to my test methods, it wasn't as bright as the others that I've tested, but it was a very good light for reflectors, but just an okay light for projectors. And if it was a bit better for projectors, I would say it was the best Sealight LED light I have tested to that point. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. And today, we're going to see how the Sealight Scoparc S7S all-in-one LED headlight upgrade compares to the other all-in-one styles that I've tested. I mentioned this in my last review. All-in-ones seem to be becoming more and more popular in the marketplace. And I have a lot more all-in-ones lined up to be tested. So you're going to see a series of them in the coming releases here at Carlight Reviews. And the thing that everybody needs to know, if you don't already, is that all-in-one lights don't usually perform as well as the kind with an external driver, as they're typically more compact, with the components being integrated with each other, often having less power or increased heat, which means reduced light output. But as you can see by my testing, they are getting better with the time, and this is true of all LED headlight upgrades. Let's see if this newer release from Sealight proves that to continue, starting with taking a close look at the design and materials, covering the manufacturer specifications, and then seeing how it performs in my projector and reflector tests and more. Let's dive in. Gloves. Instruction manual. Has some decent information, but these are, like all the other LED headlights that I've tested, these are plug and play. Remove the factory ones and replace with these. See your owner's manual if you need to. Little customer service card in case you're running into some problems. And the lights themselves. Okay, here we go with my initial observations. This is, of course, the standard all-in-one design. It's not quite as compact as others. It's a bit bigger than the OEM HALOGEN that it would be replacing, as you can see here. The body is all metal. It feels very solid and very heavy for a compact light. It does have some nice design elements. Has a lot of ventilation here in the fan housing area right there. And the fan is firing perpendicular. And in most cases, that would mean it's firing straight up when it's mounted in the headlight assembly. The area is pretty big. I wish there was a guard on it. I accidentally bumped it with my finger when I was testing it, and while it didn't hurt, it definitely got my attention. And especially with it firing straight up when mounted in most situations, if your vehicle doesn't need a dust cap, it might be exposed to things falling due to simple gravity. Now, I did measure the trailing edge of the collar mounting tab to the back of the fan housing at 40 millimeter, so this might not fit under many dust caps if they are very tight to the halogen bulb that came with your car. And here's the published specifications of the Sealight S7S. 65 watts each, 16,500 lumens each, color temperature of 6500 K. It has a CSP chip, an IP rating of 68, an hour rating of 60,000. It does not have an adjustable collar, and most vehicles don't need one. I'm going to talk about that in a future video. As you saw, it does have a fan for heat management, and the driver is internal as it is an all-in-one style LED headlight. The warranty is 1 year, and the price at the time of this video per pair, not including any discounts or coupon codes, which there usually is $99.99. And I always make it easy by putting links to where you can get these in the video description. And if you like the test results that we're going to see later in this video, using those affiliate links helps me make more videos just like this one at no additional cost or effort to you, and I appreciate it very much. So the published specifications for this light overall seem pretty ambitious, especially for an all-in-one style. But let's find out how close it comes in my test environment. Now, before we get into that, I really encourage you to watch the 1-minute video that I made that covers my test methods, aiming headlights, and picking the right headlight for your vehicle and needs. Furthermore, using LED lights as halogen replacements is only legal in the United States for off-road use only. I mention this in every video for all new viewers for a reason, because it's important to be educated on these things. There's way too much misinformation out there, which is why I made this channel to begin with. Check your local laws before following any advice that I give. So now, let's get to the testing of the Sealight S7S series LED headlight, starting with the projector. Initial light output in the projector, 1,456 lux, or 731 over the halogen 725 lux measurement. That's a bit lower than the average of all the lights I've tested to date, but not too bad for an all-in-one. This is in 4th place in initial projector brightness for all all-in-one style lights that I've tested so far, right behind the LasFit LA Air that I recently tested, the Farin 2023 Terminator, and the Oxido Q16 that I tested in the very first video that I made for this channel. And after 27 minutes, the average commute time in the United States, it doesn't do as good as I would like it to see. It only keeps 69% of that light output, resulting in 1,004 usable lux, 279 over halogen. That moves it down in line in projector output over time for the all-in-one style lights. That low light retention over time really hurts it. Now let's see how accurate the projector's light output is compared to halogen. It has a rather clear cutoff line, but as you can see, it is pretty high compared to the hotspot that is on the lux meter sensor, which puts the usable light closer to the car when you aim the cutoff line down correctly. That's not as optimal as I'd like to see. However, the other side of the coin is that the common weak spot that is here in the projector test is very diminished, but that area is not quite as usable as the hotspot location. So maybe it'll do better in the reflector. And I was right. For the initial reflector test, 3,420 lux, 2,510 over the halogen, 910 lux. I had to test this twice to make sure that I was seeing what I was seeing, because it does much better in the reflector than the projector, as this is above average for all of the lights I've tested, all-in-one or otherwise. The Sealight S7S is now the brightest all-in-one LED headlight for initial light output that I've tested for reflector housings, at least so far. As I mentioned, they're getting better and better as time goes on. And after 27 minutes, keeping that 69% of that light output over time, you get 2,360 usable lux, 1,450 over halogen. Once again, still the brightest all-in-one style unit that I have tested for a reflector after 27 minutes of runtime. So nice job, Sealight. But how well is it controlled? Well, let's find out by seeing how the output accuracy compares to halogen. Not bad. Very good, in fact. Now, while the cutoff is also high, it is nice and level. I don't see any serious scattering anywhere. This looks pretty good for a reflector, especially one that is bright output from an all-in-one style. If you've seen my other videos, what do you think of how well this controls reflector light by comparison? I say it is impressive for what it is. As mentioned, there is a published rating of 65 watts per light, and I observed 56.6 watts. For heat management, after 27 minutes of runtime, the average commute time in the United States, my thermal camera recorded 269 degrees Fahrenheit or 132 degrees Celsius. This has a lot of power running through it, and it shows, so be aware that it runs pretty hot. But that is expected, as I mentioned, for an all-in-one. And I also always bring up other lights that I've tested in my videos because I believe the primary reason you watch them is to compare them to one another. The best way to do that is review my test data, which I've compiled into a spreadsheet, and it is completely free, and I provide a link to it in every video description. Use it to compare all of my test data to help you understand what light is best for your needs and budget based on my testing. I update it with every video, so have a look. So here's my conclusion and buying advice for the Sealight S7S. If you need an all-in-one style LED headlight upgrade and you have a projector headlight, I would be cautious about using this one. I think there might be better choices out there. See my other videos to find the one that suits your needs the best. But if you need an all-in-one style LED headlight upgrade and you have a reflector headlight, I would have no problem at all recommending the Sealight Scoparc S7S. And as I mentioned, I put links in each video description that'll take you to where you can get the lights that I review. And if any of my videos are helpful, using those affiliate links helps me to make more videos just like this one at no additional cost or effort to you, and I appreciate it very much. Soon, I will be giving more detail on how those affiliate links are helping. And you're going to love the testing upgrades that I have planned. More details later. So for now, as always, thank you for the suggestion and support of Car Light Reviews, and thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you to choose the right lighting upgrades for your needs so you can enjoy your car more and save you money. Now you all know what comes next. Be sure to keep your headlights aimed correctly, drive safely, responsibly, and respectfully. See you next time.